Ah yes, we have a bow tie. Good morning guys and welcome back to Grumpy Monkey Garage. Today in the shop we've got ourselves a 1997 Chevy C1500 Silverado package. It's got the 350 V8 in it and a 4L60E. The complaint is it needs service and the rear shock blew out because apparently when you haul way too much crap you blow your shocks out. Rear of the vehicle by the tailgate, and if you look right over that rear axle right here, these are your rear shocks, and they well, these look original, so I definitely think they need to be replaced at this point. It's got 110,000 miles on it, but I definitely don't think they're the worst I've ever seen. They're not leaking or anything yet, but a customer wants them replaced, so do what we're paid to do. Just right here you got two bolts holding the top on, and then when you come down the shock you'll see you got a through bolt holding it on. Take off the nut, take off the two bolts up here, and you'll be able to slide your shock out and put the new one in. And yes, it's that simple. To getting it in, once you get the old one off, the old one comes off easy. You just take all the bolts out, it falls out. It's pretty shot. But you get a long extension in a 13. You need a 13 wrench. And what you want to do is you got to get the 13 flat wrench up behind the shock to hold the bolts when you're tightening and loosening. Otherwise they'll just come off. So if you can quit dropping dirt in your face. You basically got to get this up in there with this up in there, and then you just start the tightening sequence. If you have a ratchet, this is going to be unpleasant, but I have an air. Make sure you drop it in your armpit a few times. That's the best way to do it. Really smash your fingers into everything too, so you bleed all over the place. That's also the best way to do it. You bastard. You're gonna have to wrestle with it. These things are just... One. Oh, it came off. That's a problem. Duh. I'm just hopping all over the damn place. I'll wait for the compressor to cool off, then I'll tell you some more. Alright, so once you get the shock off, you can tell these are bad because you can basically just, pull them out with your hand, and then if you try to compress them, they just compress. They don't even try to push back out. And the new ones come with a thing on them. Let me reach in here and grab one. Here we go. So the new ones come with a little thingy wrapped around them like this, and it goes to both sides because the new ones are going to launch off like a rocket as soon as you cut it. So don't cut that until you have, I do the bottom one, but until at least you have one in. The bottom one, because then you can just kind of line the top one up. It's easier to pull down than it is to try to push this other one up unless you have a lift. If you have a lift, it's kind of the opposite in my opinion. So these shocks are shot. Listen to that. Crunch. You like that? That right there's pretty screwed. So you do the same thing on both sides, tighten them up. They're 13s and 21 is the bottom bolts. They're 21s, or at least I'm sure there's an American size that fits that, but I have 21 to fit. So once you get those off, you bolt the new ones in, and that's all you gotta do for a shock job. Y'all have a good one.